Riverside.
What's up, everybody? It's 2 o'clock. It's Friday. It's the Bullpen. I'm Tony Mack. That's Tricky Ricky. We're live here at Toyota Field in Madison, where we both work, and are doing a lot of cool stuff. We're getting ready for the 2023 season, man. I'll be honest with you. It is moving fast. I know we're still like 4 months away from opening day, like a little less than 4 months away from opening day now. But I'm telling you, people are already excited for the season. Today has been my busiest day since I've been here. I started here back in October full time, and I'm just group spaces are flying off the hinges. That whole single suite, like only 40% left. Yeah, it's a lot lower now because they're moving pretty quick. So again, for the 2023 season, if you guys are looking to get out here for a group outing, especially if you want to check out our suites, the hospitality suites upstairs, the indoor-outdoor ones, the concourse suites, anything like that, go ahead and let somebody over here know. Would love for it to be me if you're watching this. That'd be pretty cool.
You can call me though too if you want.
It would be awesome.
I'll
if
give you a
could
better deal.
Give us a call or email us or hit us up on Twitter that you're interested, LinkedIn, all that stuff, because it's going quickly. And we want to make sure that if you want to be here, you have that opportunity to be here. But you definitely want to call me, though, for sure. So make sure you're checking that out. And take a look at the spaces. Go find somebody with a blue shirt if you're out here for the Christmas light show. They might be willing to show you around. I know I've given a tour already while I've done the light show. A couple of my other people that work here have done the same thing. So if you're here, take the opportunity to look at it and see if it's something that you want to do. Speaking of that light show, as far as I know, still doing it tonight. I honestly was a little worried after the rain this morning that I had to drive through in Athens. It was very bad. Trying to drive a 6-month-old through rain you can't see is terrifying.
I bet, man. I bet. I've had a bag of groceries in the back seat. And it was I was like, are these sun chips going to make it? You know, like, are they going to be in the same shape they were when I bought them? I don't know. But that's the gamble you take this time.
Did you just compare my 6-month-old living, breathing son to a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store?
Well, no, it was sun chips. But it's the closest thing I have. I mean, I'm a...
What if you were like driving taco around or something?
I got some medicated shampoo. Maybe that's pretty important. That's hard to find. Maybe I should have used that.
Looking so good last
well,
medicated shampoo.
It's got a nice sheen to it. Yeah. No, it's just taking care of the scalp. Scalp care is going to be the new take care of yourself moment for 2023. You know, everyone's very into mental health, and I think it starts at the scalp. So, yeah, and it works its way down. So that's what I'm doing. But sorry for insulting your family. Yeah, it's not the same thing, but it's what I got.
Anyway, the light show's a go tonight.
I got a sweet robe the other day. It'd be like if that was in the backseat.
Yeah, you're right. It's the same thing.
I love that. I love that robe almost. I would say just a little less than I would love my own child. I don't know that I'm talking out of school though. I'm not a parent. I don't know. I don't have a dad jacket yet.
Is this a dad jacket? I've been told it's a dad jacket.
A little bit. Let's get a little show real quick. Kind of walk it through here. Well, give me a little. I'm gonna play some music. Give me a little runway. Go ahead, get up, take the microphone off. Let's strut your stuff right here, because I mean it's a dad jacket, but we're gonna need to. Which way do I need to? Here we go. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me get you some tunes real quick. And a 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, like kind of walk it down, give me a dad move, turn it away, go back.
Get your stuff out of the floor. What are we doing?
That's good. That's good.
Never have any milk.
Exit, and let's see how it looks. Yeah. Oh, I heard it.
I'm gonna go get some
Yeah, I heard it. That's a dad jacket. That's a dad jacket, folks. That's a dad jacket. I hate to break it to you. You looked the part. I almost went to my room. I thought you were my dad for a second.
Clean your Legos out of the floor.
That was good. I like how you checked the door. You hear that? What is that? I was like, oh, he got that in his bag. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. My dad never sits down ever.
You're still in your rookie year of fatherhood, and I feel like you're halfway to year 4.
I've had some pretty dads. Like I've got a dad and a stepdad, and they're especially my dad.
Got 2 dads.
Yeah.
Dang. That's a lot of dads, man.
My dad is very much like a Red Foreman.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. Oh, dude, he loves that too. Like they're doing like that '90s show now, like the reboot, and Red and Kitty are in it,
that, yeah.
and he's just all about Red Foreman.
Is that out yet?
I don't think so. I saw the trailer for it.
I got to get on that, man. I didn't know Red and Kitty were going to be in it.
Mm-hmm. Red and Kitty are in it. Red's looking old, dude, but he sounds just like him.
I'm a big Kitty guy.
Yeah,
huge Kitty guy.
She's in Friends for a little bit too. So I see her.
Nah, she ain't Kitty then. She ain't Kitty then. I mean, strictly Kitty for me.
Basically,
any other role she takes, I go.
See, Red Foreman, like anything I see him in, that's Red Foreman. So
unless she's sitting at that kitchen table with the yellow phone behind her, that episode where she accidentally eats the weed brownies.
Oh my God,
all goofy. That's vintage Kitty right there.
One of my favorite burns in that whole show, like one of my favorite burns ever, is from that show. Like Eric and his sister are going at it at the table, and he says something about her being cheap, and she goes, "Oh, believe me, I'm not cheap." He goes, "Fine, free, whatever."
It's a great show. Great stuff.
Oh man. So yeah, rocking the dad jacket out here.
Look at that. Look at the arm movement. Look at the noises it makes. Give me a little.
Oh, hey,
brother. I bet that's good when it rains. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's useful in the rain, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, dude. You can hide. You can put like your receipts in here.
Oh, receipt pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. What you got in there? You got a receipt for
I don't have anything.
$2.38 coffee you got this morning?
Got my car keys in here.
Yeah, you do.
So looks like I've got dirt on it.
Your car keys change at all? What kind of? You got any key change? You got any like additional stuff on there? Or like,
oh yeah.
Do your keys change as a father?
I've had an Oklahoma bottle opener on here for God knows how long. I don't know how long I've had that. I also have Deadpool as Bob Ross.
No, but I mean, like, is anything new? Any father additions, or
nope.
Are they still the same?
Haven't added anything on here.
Okay, all right.
So it's a key fob to my wife's old car. I think I don't even know what that is.
That's a dad move right there. You got key fobs to cars you don't even own.
Yeah, I think that car got totaled like a year ago. I don't even.
What's the reason for holding on to it?
I didn't realize it was on there till just now.
Wrong answer. I paid good money for that car.
Yeah, you're right.
Said, yeah.
See, I'm still learning.
It's still rookie year. Still rookie year.
Yeah, so we're working on it.
I paid good money for that. Cars grow on trees.
Hardcore into Christmas stuff though. Like I'm driving down my neighborhood and I see the lights. Like I'll see lights on neighborhoods that are much richer than mine, and I'm like, I got to up my game. And then I get into my neighborhood. I'm like, they've got nothing on the Macbeth house over here. We actually have our name on our mailbox too. My wife did that.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a huge move. Spray painted the numbers on the curb yet?
No, just the mailbox. But she
don't want
that
that mailman to get confused.
She went all in on that, man. When we first moved there, one of the first things she did was she got spray paint for the actual mailbox, repainted it black.
Yep.
And then the flag was all sun dried out, so she repainted that red, and then put her.
That's quality stuff.
Her name on it.
I don't live in that house in the neighborhood. There's a house in our neighborhood. Guy put up like a 15-foot skeleton in his yard for Halloween. I thought, man, how's he going to match this for Christmas? Left it in the yard and just hung ornaments and stuff from it. Sick.
So did you get
it's like a heavy metal Christmas over there.
You get a giant Christmas hat for him?
I haven't seen it yet. I just got word from the lady. She's like, oh, yeah, they just Christmas decorated the skeleton. It looks like an Iron Maiden Christmas over there.
That's
sick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, our house, so we don't even have our name on the mailbox. We had our water main break yesterday.
No.
Yeah, real old guy stuff there. Yeah. Yeah, a little water running from the box over there. Had to dig it up, take a look. Change up the J pipe, you know.
I had a water heater
If
break.
you don't rotate your J pipe every so years,
yeah.
Hope you like fire, pal, because you're fighting with it right there.
I lived in a townhouse out in Florence when I was going to college, and I came home and it sounded like the washing machine was running. Like, you just hear water pouring into something, and it wasn't. So I couldn't figure out what it was. I went out on the patio. That's where the water heater was in the little storage out there, and it was flooding out of the door.
Textbook J pipe right there. Look out for it, folks. Check your J's.
But hey, man, look, again, all in on the Christmas stuff. I'd like to see the Iron Maiden Santa skeleton. You know what movie I bet he's going to see right now? The guy that put that up?
Violent Night.
Violent Night, dude.
Heard about that. Looks sick.
I'm all in on that. We have like a list of movies we like to watch during Christmas. We'll go through and watch them. Like I watch Die Hard every year. My favorite Christmas movie.
Well, that's always the debate, right? Die Hard. Is it a Christmas movie? And then the Violent Night guys were like, we'll show you a Christmas action movie. We're going to make Bruce Willis into Santa Claus.
That's exactly what they did. It's what I heard they did. It's a mixture of, they have like a Home Alone sequence too, where they set up booby traps and stuff, but it's supposed to violently murder them.
They took all the good stuff and made it into a great movie.
Yeah.
It's probably going to stink, but I'll love it.
I've heard it's really good. I've heard great things. Everybody that I know of that's seen it, reviews and everything, say it's great. You want to see the Rotten Tomato score for it?
No, I'm all right.
I'm going to show you anyway.
As a dad now, or do you still sneak in snacks into a movie, or do you play it straight?
Plead the fifth on that one.
Good call. Good call.
I would never do that to an establishment.
Do you guys put your name on your snacks like you do your mailbox? You go in there just in case it gets lost? Hey, whoa. Those are my snow caps.
That would be
watch your hands.
That would be my wife if any of that were to happen.
It's a pretty solid score.
Yeah, dude, especially from the fans.
It's an 89 from the audience. You can't trust those critics, sometimes.
Oh, I don't think the exposure was good.
Get out of here, dude.
That
was a spray, my bad, but
no, you're good. John McClane becomes Santa Claus and does Home Alone stuff, and it's rated R. Probably doesn't get any better than that. So I want to see it really bad. Haven't been able to go back to the movie theater since Oliver was born. Haven't been back. It's killing me.
I bet it's got a bunch of good Christmas one-liners right before he makes a kill or something.
Ho ho ho! Drop one of them in there.
Yeah, like ho ho ho! You're dead.
Ho ho! Hold this grenade. There you go, right there.
Boom! Santa walks away from the explosion. Where's my milk and cookies? No, I'm lactose intolerant. And then I don't know.
Talk about a silent night.
It's always this time of year we start talking about movies, and then we end up talking about the movie we were going to make. I think starring Dolph Lundgren. And
oh, that's right.
I don't really exactly remember how it went, but it was pretty sweet.
Oh, we had Dolph lined up for the main role.
Dolph Lundgren. And
I completely forgot all about this.
I forgot how the story went, but it was
to get Charles and them in on that. They'll remember.
He played the Grinch or something?
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren was the Grinch. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Think so.
Nah, whatever. There's probably a reason why we don't remember all the details. Man, at the time we were so excited.
That was so good. That was going to production.
God,
we were getting ready for that one.
This is why we're not making the big bucks.
It's true. We didn't pull the trigger on Dolph Lundgren as the Grinch.
Didn't write down a single note. There were so many layers to that thing too. There was a guest appearance. I don't know.
God, well, this is going to come up in a job interview one day where you're going to interview for the GM role of a minor league baseball team. They're going to be like, what's one of your biggest regrets? You're not casting Dolph Lundgren as the Grinch. I'm like, what? Oh, nothing.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That was a joke that you wouldn't understand.
So we still have the NFL going on right now this time of year.
Go ahead.
Luckily, the NFL season not over for a few weeks.
Boomer.
Oh, sooner, baby. You know what it is.
Ooh.
You know what it. Hey, I got to be in a good mood.
I got to get it back.
Last night, I know it's a special. Don't get used to it. It's special. Last night on Thursday Night Football, absolutely wild. The game was kind of a stinker. It wasn't a fun game to watch for real. But the Rams are essentially playing practice squad guys. Other than Cam Akers, it's like Ben Skoranek, and there was another tight end I didn't recognize.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know any of those. Tutu Atwell.
Who was the guy that started quarterback?
John Wolford.
John Wolford started as quarterback. Didn't even attempt to pass. Went a 3 and out, and then they bring Baker Mayfield in. And you might be thinking, Baker Mayfield, he was a Carolina Panther. He got cut a week ago.
What?
Baker got cut on Monday and didn't start, but played in a Thursday Night Football game last night. He had been with the team. They picked him up on Tuesday, but he had been with the team a little over 24 hours. And the dude got in there on Thursday night. And there were some parts at first, but he was 2 for 3 for 40-something yards and 3 for 6 for 60-something yards. He had 3 completions, all for 20+. You're like, okay, wow. Some stuff's working for him. Then there were the plays where he took the snap, turned around to hand it off. No one was there, and he had to eat it. It was clear that he doesn't know the playbook yet, and he's only there because Matt Stafford is hurt. Their starting quarterback is hurt. But he had a big opportunity last night. They're down 16-10 with under a minute to go, or a minute and a half to go, and they're on the 2-yard line. They have to go 98 yards to win the game. And it's against the Raiders. They're 5-7. It's not like they're great. They've won 3 of their last 3 games, so they're on the up and up. But he had to go 98 yards in 8 plays is what they did it in. He throws the game-winning touchdown pass. Everybody gets pumped up. He gets the game ball in the locker room. Sean McVay's he's been here 10 minutes, and he leads us down, blah, blah, blah. Guys get jacked up.
He's headbutting dudes with no
Oh,
helmet on.
Man.
He's headbutting dudes with helmets, except he's not wearing one. He's going just cranium. Wow.
Football guy right there.
A lot of guys do that. That is a horrible idea.
I hate when
that
I saw that last night.
Horrible idea. I'm surprised that's not like banned or something. Like you don't get fined for that.
I saw it. I didn't see it live. I saw that part on Twitter, and I rolled my eyes and kept scrolling.
Oh,
dude, what do we do?
I get a headache every time I see a guy do that. Who was the dude a couple weeks ago? He did it 14 straight times at the end of a game.
I don't know.
Pow and pow and
I think it was against Alabama, but I remember one of the Tennessee players headbutted his own teammate, but his teammate didn't have a helmet on. His teammate was like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
Yeah, there's a lot of people doing. There was a guy on. I think it was Iowa, or I don't know.
Iowa sounds right. Iowa sounds like they're just a bunch of corn-fed.
Well, you could tell it was the crazy dude on the team because, you could see him and he was yelling at this one guy. He's like, ah! You can tell he's just yelling about something you don't really need to yell about because the other guy's like, look, man, hey, he's kind of got a smile. He's like, look, just don't do anything crazy. And then right before he got crazy, he goes, I'm about to do something crazy. And there's a guy on the bench, where that chair is right there, and he's sitting. He's just going like this. He's going because he knows something's about to happen. And then the guy, he walks away and you just hear him yelling at it, and he takes his helmet and pow, 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 and just shakes it off like it's nothing. I'd have been covered in blood. I would have forgot my name. I'd have been on the field for the rest of the day. I remember I played in high school with a guy that used to do that for every game. It was awesome.
But now you're
I'm just glad it wasn't me. His last name was Birdsong, and everyone in the locker room knew that if you made a bird call, eventually you'd get him so hyped up, he'd start smashing his head into his helmet. So, you'd be 15 minutes before the game, and then one guy in the corner would just be like, and you're like, oh no. And the next guy be like, and all of a sudden, boo, boo, boo. And they're like, well, we're going to go win by 100. And then we'd lose. And then we'd probably lose. I'm sorry, my bad. Hey, I'm sorry, my bad. Sorry, my bad. Look at that.
What's that? I don't even know what that is.
It's my apologies. The sound effects are.
That's pretty good.
We're bothering the people. I'm sorry. I got excited.
I never played with anybody that did that, but you remember Owen Schmidt?
Oh, yeah.
West Virginia? Used to do that.
That guy was crazy.
He'd make his head bleed.
He'd routinely have blood on his face before an end of a game.
He'd come out during the game. That was his pregame thing. How much CTE can I get before we go play this? How much of a disadvantage can I put myself at mentally before we go play this football game?
I did it once just to see how bad it actually hurt. It hurts so bad.
You black out a little for a second?
Dude, the eyes start welling up. You're like, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, I'm tough. I'm a football guy.
So what do we make of Baker going 8 yards?
We're talking about Baker. Yeah.
8 plays, 98 yards for the win last night. He'd been there a day. What do we make of that?
Well, I mean, he's got all those weapons out there. It's I have a hard time judging him now. I mean, it's if Justin Herbert had those same weapons, he'd probably, win a Super Bowl. So I saw a tweet that says we can't judge Baker with all that talent he has on the field. If Justin Herbert had something like that, he'd be throwing for 6 touchdowns. It's man, Baker just went out there with dudes named Ben Skoranek, Tutu Atwell, Malcolm Brown, and won an NFL football game, not even really knowing did you see his play card? And when they were talking about the plays and everything, they were like paragraphs.
They're really long play names.
Shift right, scope Z, wagon 2, on 15, run around, shift to 9, brick 5 on 3, left hut. You're like, well, I don't.
My first play, I'd walk in the huddle. I'm like, can somebody just run a slant? Just run a slant. Let's go. I'm not going to remember that.
Coach, we only got 40 seconds on the play clock, dude. It's going to take me 25 to read this paragraph. Impressive, though, man.
Dude, everybody's ruled them
out.
And the several things I noticed from that game is, number one, look at you pointed out to me earlier today the different points of their career they've been in. But look at what Sean McVay's had for himself there in L.A. They're in L.A. now. But 3 different number 1 overall pick quarterbacks. He was with Jared Goff, took Jared Goff to a Super Bowl, and then got rid of him for a guy who's ready to win now. Matt Stafford won that Super Bowl last year. And then now he's got, in a pinch, he picked up off of waivers the number 1 overall pick of 2018. It's wild.
He's lucky that the Rams had an opening the way they did. Yeah. Or the story of Baker Mayfield could have been totally different. I mean, Baker The Browns already gave up on him. He couldn't even make it a full season in Carolina before they were done with him. If he doesn't get that chance with the Rams and then does well, does he get a chance to start a game the rest of the year? Maybe not. I heard San Francisco, they were talking about him, but it doesn't seem like San Fran would do that. Especially Shanahan, he's dealt with backups a ton with Jimmy G. I mean, this is not his first injury. Trey Lance has been injury prone just in the short time he's been there, so it doesn't really make sense for the move for him. And then if you think about Baker going to LA, it's perfect. I mean, you got a quarterback, Stafford, who is definitely at the end of his career. Yeah. He's dealing with injuries. He might have 1 year left at all. And then the backups on that team are not any good. So if you're Baker Mayfield, you go out there, you win that game, you got a chance to finish the year strong on a team that's, I mean, they win the Super Bowl last year?
Yeah, they're the defending champs. They just won their 4th football game.
They are the reigning Super Bowl champs. So if he can go out there and have a solid end of this year and give this team something they've been lacking all season, Baker Mayfield could reasonably be the future starter for the Los Angeles Rams and completely change his story.
And you joked about the weapons he had available last night. If he's able to get that opportunity and turn around and be the starter next year, look at the weapons he would have at his disposal then. Then you're talking about Cooper Kupp, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Let's see. Odell Beckham's probably not going to re-sign with him after that, with Baker being there.
Yeah, no.
But you'll have Aaron Donald on the other side of the ball. You still have Jalen Ramsey, even though he was getting torched a little early by Devontae Adams in that one. But yeah, I mean that team gets significantly better around Baker the longer he is there, and it's probably something he really hasn't had before. Like Cleveland was coming into their own, and then they decided to go a different direction with a better quarterback, and then he went to Carolina, a team that was falling apart. He couldn't do anything there, and then on top of that, he got hurt, and then now he's going to a place that's got a good coach that's established. Like, I'm not saying anything bad about Kevin Stefanski, but he was in Baker's like second to last, and then last year, Kevin Stefanski was just getting there. Matt Rule was on his way out the door in Carolina. Now he's somewhere where Sean McVay is established. He's been to a Super Bowl, won another Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That's that guy's team. That's that guy's culture. And honestly, I think Baker fits with his personality so well. That fired up, energetic kind of guy that loves his teammates. Baker's always been a big teammate kind of person.
It's crazy to see how well they reacted to him when he got the game ball in the locker room. It's like he'd been there for 5 years.
He's got that personality. It's one of those where it doesn't come off like he's a big team guy. I mean, people look at him as cocky and selfish and things like that, but that cockiness is actually generated towards it's like us against everybody, not just me. He's a big team guy. So the people on his team usually are big Baker guys. And in LA, seemed like they were already rallying around him. So I would love to see him get that opportunity with Sean McVay long term, because you're going to get people are going to want to come play for Sean McVay. You're going to get that talent again next year. You don't have to depend on draft picks to work out. You go and get real talent that have already proven themselves.
The Rams have proved it too. Like they will sign some free agents. They will trade away draft capital. They'll do what they got to do to stay relevant, which they're going to have to do, I think, for eternity to evolve to avoid a probably 5 to 10 year period where they're going to be absolutely fleeced. Like, I just don't have any money, no players, no nothing.
When's the next time they actually make a first round pick?
I think it's not till like 2026.
When do they actually do it though? Because the closer we get to 2026, they're going to trade it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, as the years go by, you're going to get a little more draft capital you could trade away. And if you get one good free agent, I mean, you can flip a team in the NFL.
Does Oliver start first grade before the Rams make a first round selection?
Was he 5 years from first grade?
He is 6 months now.
So he's like roughly 4 or 5 years?
Kindergarten will be about 5 years from now.
Oh, he'll be in first grade before the Rams make a first-round pick.
So 2028 is probably when he'll be in first grade.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's like 2026 at the earliest.
And they're trading those.
And you got to think they'll make some moves.
Mm-hmm. They'll trade those for 50-year-old Tom Brady to come in there and win.
Yeah, they'll be getting who's a good one right now? I don't know, but they'll be doing something. Yeah. They don't, and I like the strategy, quite honestly. I mean, look at all the teams that go out there and make a bust of a first-round pick. I mean, the Raiders got super lucky that Josh Jacobs turned it on this year, or they were going to have 3 first-round busts out of that one. So why not trade them for guys you know are good?
Well, yeah, I found it funny that's been the thing, and people honed in on that for LA, like, you know, the blank them picks, and it produced a Super Bowl, but it was totally the contrast on the other side in that Super Bowl. The Rams get there by going and trading for proven talent and saying screw the picks. Well, the Bengals heavily relied on their first round picks to get to the Super Bowl. Talking about Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. So Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
But Joe Mixon wasn't a first round pick. He probably would have been had he not had all that stuff go down.
But think about all the hits you got to have there. Like Joe Mixon, you got to hit there.
Mhm.
Joe Burrow, he's got to be good. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, like a lot of guys on that. Logan Wilson, linebacker, like he hits. All right, cool. Like they nailed the Seattle Seahawks when they went on their run of Super Bowls, hit on 1 million draft picks. Like you got to be really good in your front office, and you got to be really lucky too to hit all of those picks throughout the years. Where if you're the Rams and you got a little dough and you're in LA, so you have a little extra for attracting free agents. It's not like, hey, come on up to Buffalo. It's going to be cold like 9 months out of the year.
True.
And there's nothing to do. Come on out here. Or you can go to LA where it's beautiful and there's a brand new stadium and, they won a Super Bowl recently and they'll get some talent. You always got that going for you.
Yeah, like
too.
Nobody around here is going to care about it, though, but we'll win.
Yeah.
Because Rams fans don't care about football over there.
After the game, though, it's going to be a sick party.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to care afterwards.
Yeah, you might meet Kanye. Oh, wait.
No.
No. Just kidding. Don't bring him up. Good question over here. I actually like this. Troy gets in on the YouTube. The YouTube's over here. And he says, I'm thinking through how what Baker did compares to other sports. It definitely harder than just coming off the bench and hitting a 3 at the end of the game or pinch hitting a home run. That's true. That's very true because, you have to have chemistry with your teammates in basketball, but at the end of the day, like you're taking a shot, that's you in the basket. You don't need a teammate for that once you finally have the ball in your hand. Baseball, sure, like you would like to be on a team and have everybody familiar with you in the field, but when you're at the plate, it's you and that pitcher that you've probably seen before. But in football, this dude has had chemistry with his receivers. He's never played with Tutu Atwell and Ben Skoranek.
Let alone, even if you had all pros out there, now you got to learn a playbook in 2 days.
Exactly. So it's really impressive. Really, really impressive what Baker Mayfield was able to do. Ethan Darby says, does that win speak more to Baker and his talent or the disaster of the Raiders? Maybe both. So
what do you say?
I say a little of both for sure because
if you had to pick one, though, what would you say? Did Baker go out and do that, or do the Raiders kind of?
Well, I thought, again, a little bit about the touchdown pass. I thought Baker did it, although they probably shouldn't have been in press man that late, right? So that's one thing that's against them, but it was, and Baker made a really nice tight throw. He also made another really good play down the field where it was more of the receiver making the play. There was a pass interference that bailed him out on a pick 6 that would have ended the game. There was another unsportsmanlike penalty on Las Vegas on that same drive. So there was a lot on that drive that actually was how bad the Raiders are. And then that opened up the opportunity for Baker to show his talent. So it is a little bit of both. And Derek Carr threw 2 picks last night too.
Dude, I think it's the Raiders. They have stuck with Derek Carr for too long. He proved he was fraudulent last year. He had a good year statistically. He got some money. But he is not it, dude.
So
I don't care if you bring him to another team. I don't think Derek Carr is capable of doing it. That pick he threw in the end zone, that one where he got lightly hit and then he just
lobbed
one up for a free interception. Like
the guy that made the catch, that was a pretty nice catch because it was
a great catch.
He almost screwed his own teammate out of catching.
I was going to say if he didn't catch it, his other guy was about to catch it. There wasn't a Raider near there, and plus you have Devontae Adams. Look what a guy like Tua has done. Not with the improvement of weapons around him. The guy's turned into an MVP candidate.
That's a great point.
Derek Carr has Josh Jacobs leading the league in rushing. He's 4th in the league in touchdowns. He's leading the league in attempts. The guy's killing it. You got Devontae Adams, who with Aaron Rodgers was the best receiver in the league. You got Darren Waller, who's been, he's been off the field, on the field, whatever, but he's a very good tight end. And he's underperforming than what he did last year.
You have Devontae Adams torching Jalen Ramsey in an NFL game last night, and you really couldn't capitalize on it much. There was a really good play, though. I love Kirk Herbstreit's the best thing in football, the best analyst in football. I love Kirk Herbstreit so much. But he was breaking it down last night. It was such a great throw from Derek Carr, but it was another great job for Devontae Adams. Like, he had the step on Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey's only prayer was to time it and knock it out of his hands. Yeah. But Devontae Adams didn't show his hands until till the balls are there. You know what I mean? So you don't know when the ball's coming. So Devontae Adams, the ball's dropping right in his hands.
That is a great thing that Kirk pointed out on the game last night, because I hadn't thought about that. But, yeah, a lot of guys do kind of extend their hands out early, which is a clear sign for the DB. Devontae Adams so clean.
It was right there, just out there and grab it.
But this is a good question right here.
We got.
If you had to pick someone to start for your team this weekend between Derek Carr or Matt
Derek
Ryan.
Carr. Derek Carr.
Who do you pick?
Derek Carr. I'll take Derek Carr all day long. Matt Ryan sucks right now.
Whoa.
Derek Carr's not great either, but Matt Ryan, he threw 3 picks last week. Man, I'm sorry. I'd take a Derek Carr.
I think I would too. I said before the year, Matt Ryan's washed. He'd been washed for 3 years. At least 2. And I know I just talked about how Derek Carr ain't going to get you anywhere, but Matt Ryan ain't going to do it either.
No.
You got to take it. And that's even more of a burn on Derek Carr. We're over here going, well, Matt Ryan, all right, I'll take Derek Carr, but
not happy.
You know, I don't think
it's only because we're pointing out how bad Matt Ryan has been.
Yeah.
But
they gotta figure something out. Honestly, just keep losing. Try to find a quarterback or something.
So you were talking about Derek Carr not being the guy there in Las Vegas. Who's the perfect Josh McDaniels quarterback that's not Tom Brady? Who's that guy?
I was going to say right there, maybe lose some games, draft a quarterback, but do you want to deal with a young team? I mean, you got a roster with very good players on it.
You're also going to have to lose a lot of games to get that quarterback too.
Yeah.
Because
you have to lose pretty much all of them.
Yeah, that are way better positioned right now to get that quarterback. Because if you start losing games now and you get like 2 or 3 quarterback needy teams above you, you're going to get stuck with like Will Levis or Anthony Richardson, and then you're in trouble.
Well, Mayo coffee over there, no thanks. Everyone was hyping up the Derek Carr, Devontae Adams. Hey, they were teammates at Fresno State. You're gonna have that connection there. It's like, yeah, I don't remember talking about them much when they were at Fresno State. Maybe
that's true.
Maybe a team up north looking to change quarterbacks. After drafting a guy a few years ago, maybe Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, when you said up north, maybe looking to change quarterbacks, that you're talking about Kirk Cousins.
No, bro. It's the 10-2 Vikings.
Yeah, but I saw someone think
that's Kurt, baby, with the chain.
I saw someone say the other day that think that's the worst 10-2 in NFL history.
It feels like. You remember that when the Steelers went 12-0
I was about to say
ago,
the Steelers
I think they
probably
lost 4 straight, and they lost to the Bengals, who was like the worst team in the league with a backup at the time.
They were so bad. That was not a good Steelers team.
Yeah, no, the Steelers 12-0 that year when they were number 1 in the NFL, that's the biggest fraud I think we've had in a few years, but you can't say much about the Vikings, though. We want to say that because Kirk Cousins is easy to pick on.
I like Kirk Cousins. I've been a Kirk Cousins defender. I think he's good. How much of an upgrade would he be over Derek Carr in LA or in Las Vegas? I think it's an upgrade, but how much of one?
How many primetime games they play?
Okay, I'll give you that one. Yeah, that's true.
Playing a lot of primetime might go tough for old Captain Kirk.
Yeah,
he does not have a stellar record. Noon kickoff, Kirk.
I still think a lot of it over there in Minnesota. Even though I'm a Kirk Cousins defender, I don't think he's as bad as people like to make him seem. He's got a hell of a cast around him. He's got such a good receiving core. I mean, you had at one point Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs, and you went from Stephon Diggs to Justin Jefferson. I mean, how much luckier can you be?
Yeah, they hit the jackpot on that one. That video of them laughing at the Eagles drafting Jalen Reagor will be one that I'm sure Jalen Reagor wishes wouldn't last as long as it does, but that'll always be one of those picks, like Sam Bowie over Jordan, Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson, Ryan Leaf over Peyton Manning.
Yeah. Let's see.
Or was it Peyton Manning?
Ethan Darby says really seemed like a lot of mediocre quarterback play in the NFL right now. Next draft is going to be interesting. I still think that Bryce Young is a sure shot thing, in my opinion.
I don't think this class of quarterbacks very good.
I don't either. I think I already told you the certified bust is CJ Stroud. I think he's got the size that people are going to love. He's like 6'3". He's over 200 pounds. Good size. But, man, I mean, just go – if you've watched any Ohio State this year, go watch the Michigan game. Go watch other games where they struggled early. When things don't go right for him right away because he's so used to having the best team on the field, he gets an attitude almost immediately. And Bryce Young, out of any Alabama quarterback the last several years, has had the least supporting cast in terms of receivers in the last several years. And Bryce Young, when things go wrong, he's almost always smiling and being a leader. CJ Stroud's not. He's not that. I don't think he's that good. I think he's used to having the best team. And when you're a quarterback that's getting that kind of praise in the NFL draft, you're going to go to a bad football team and expect to be the centerpiece that turns it around. I think Bryce can be that guy, especially with his leadership. I don't think C.J. Stroud can be that guy. I think he's a certified wash.
Yeah, I've never been blown away by anything C.J. Stroud does. Just feels like another guy at Ohio State. It's like, just man the ship.
Yep.
You know, get us to 11 wins, 12 wins, and we'll let the rest of the guys take care of that.
I think
Will
Levis
Levis
is
is a total
bust.
bust. That guy
Bust too.
stinks. If he ends up being good, we're both going to look like idiots.
Oh, we're going to look like fools.
I think I don't think he's done nothing.
You know what I'm going to do?
He's done
Instead
nothing.
of sit here and predict the busts for next year's draft, I'm going to go ahead and predict for 2024 who's going to be a top 5 pick in 2024. You
Who?
ready? Graham Mertz.
It's going to be the next one.
Graham Mertz is going to be the next top 5 pick that comes out of I don't even know what his size is.
The
Let's look up his
Wisconsin
measurables.
QB, where'd he transfer?
Kentucky.
Ah, that's right.
He's going to replace Will Levis. What's his size look like? Is he prototypical size? 6'3"?
Mertz, 6'3", 225. He had like that COVID season where he threw.
He had one game. It was the first game.
Yeah, right.
And then he got COVID and almost shut the whole team down.
Yeah.
And
He had that one game, though.
He hasn't thrown for a 300 game since.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
But he's going to go to Kentucky. They're going to look at his size, and he's going to have like a good arm or something. And they're going to that's top 5 pick right here.
Think
Graham
about
Mertz,
Grayson McCall.
from Coastal Carolina.
I don't know. I just remember seeing that name on preseason on all the lists, and I don't know.
He's another one of those old quarterbacks. He's been around forever. I think this
Yeah.
is because of COVID. He just played his 5th year. But back in 2020, when they went undefeated for a little bit and all that, that got him a lot of attention.
There's going to be a lot of old quarterbacks going into the league.
Yeah.
Stetson's old. Hendon Hooker's old. McCall's
It's
old.
going to be rough for Hooker, too, because you already know it was going to be an uphill battle, him being a little older than everybody, but now he's got to come off a late season ACL tear, too. That's going to hurt him in the draft for sure.
It is, but I don't necessarily think that'll hurt him. I mean, I remember when Eddie Jackson broke his leg for Alabama. Like, he was going to be a first-round pick, then he broke his leg. Dude fell all the way to the 5th round, and then he ended up being all-pro at Chicago one season. The guy's been very good. He hadn't had the most help on that Bears defense, considering how much they've traded away throughout the years. But, I mean, the guy was able to pick it up immediately. It was a huge pickup for him. I think you're right. Hendon Hooker will fall, but I think whoever gets him is going to be a team that when they get him thinks, whenever we get an opportunity, we're going to give this guy a shot.
So Grayson McCall has another year of eligibility left.
Oh, man.
He was a freshman in 2019. It doesn't say he redshirted, or it does say he redshirted. So he was a freshman in 2019. So he has 2 years left, I think. Let's walk through this. Freshman in 2019, redshirts. He's listed as a freshman in 2020. 2020 doesn't count. So he's technically a freshman again in 2021. 2022 this year, he's technically a sophomore. He has 2 more years of eligibility.
Yeah, but that's his junior.
Right, but that's because they're counting that 2020 as his freshman year, but 2020 doesn't count, remember?
Yeah.
So
okay.
technically his first year that counts towards eligibility will be 2021. So he got 2022, which was his second year of eligibility. So he still has 23 and 24, I believe.
What's up, Carson Does Stuff on YouTube? How you doing, dude?
Hey, man.
Yeah. Did you see JT Daniels is going to he's a transfer. He's going back into the transfer portal, and if he gets granted a medical red shirt from like 2019, he'll have played in like 8 seasons of college football.
Dude, and he's on his what, 4th team? Think about the think about the quarterbacks from USC then. JT Daniels got hurt at USC. Who replaced him?
Who got hurt? Sorry.
JT Daniels gets hurt at USC. Who replaces him? Keaton Slovis.
Yeah, that's right.
Keaton Slovis just transferred to Pitt, played at Pitt this year. Guess what? He's back in the portal. So Keaton Slovis is going to go play for his 3rd team. JT Daniels played for USC, Georgia, West Virginia, his 4th team. Between those 2 guys, they're going to play for 7 different colleges. 7 different colleges.
If the dude doesn't make it in the NFL, he might be a paralegal by the time he gets out. That's insane, man. JT Daniels is a career college football player.
Dude.
Put him in the Hall of Fame.
He hasn't done anything.
He might be able to retire if he has NIL money.
It's true.
He might make more money than some pros by the time he gets out of there.
That's the way to do it right there, though. You know, just keep going around. You're a grad transfer. You get medically redshirted or whatever you're going to do. JT Daniels, go do your thing. and go make some more NIL money.
Drew
and
Timmy
retire.
for Gonzaga said it. He's like, I make more money in college than I would with a job. I'm never leaving. Throw me out of this place.
Dude, that is awesome.
JT Daniels, the lifer.
JT Daniels, the what's his name? Oh, crap.
I picked him to win the Heisman this year. Preseason.
No,
Remember
you
that?
didn't.
Remember when I was just going nuts on JT Daniels? I'm like, dude, JT going to take Stetson's job. Or no, it was last year. Going to take Stetson's job. They're going to win the Natty. JT going to win a Heisman. He didn't step on the field.
They did win the Natty, though.
Yeah.
He did. He was the starter for the first 2 games, and he got hurt.
Yeah.
And then
The
Stetson never
worst 2 games of the season. Yeah. he was there.
Why can't I think? Oh, yeah, that's why, because they have the same last name. JT Daniels is the college version of Chase Daniel.
He is.
He's just going, except he has to play more games than Chase does.
Yeah.
He goes around, he starts for a year, gets NIL money. Can I still play? No? Okay, I'm good. I made $3 million. I'm done.
Will JT Daniels be the first guy to play in all Power 5 conferences in one career?
SEC, Pac-12, Big 12. Depends on where he goes now.
Man.
He could go play for either the Big 10 or the ACC.
It's very possible.
Play for poor. Between those two, have they played for all 5 power conferences? One of them has to go to the Big 10, and they will. Keaton Slovis has played for USC, so they both played for the Pac-12. He's played for Pitt, the ACC. So we have the ACC taken care of. JT Daniels played for Georgia in the SEC. He's played for West Virginia in the Big 12. We just need a Big 10 team. Between one of those two needs to go to the Big 10.
These guys are covering ground.
Actually,
they should try throwing the football. Maybe stay put.
I saw a quarterback transferred to Iowa. Who was that?
It was Cade McNamara, Michigan.
Transferred to Iowa.
You imagine being on a number 2 Michigan team. You got a chance to win a natty. You're going to transfer to Iowa, the offensive hole that it's been for 2 decades, for eternity. Well, I mean,
man.
I don't want to say eternity, but, they really haven't evolved their offense much since the Hayden Fry era, which I know you like talking about in your dad jacket, talking about old Iowa football.
I remember that.
I remember when Ferentz was hired.
I remember the 2009 season.
I gave Kirk his first job.
Oklahoma stunk that year because Bradford got hurt and Landry Jones was in his freshman year, and they had some growing pains. It was like 8-4 that year. So I kind of got into Iowa football that year because they were undefeated through most of the season. Who's their quarterback? I was about to look it up. Was it like Ricky Stanzi or something like that? There's their quarterback.
That's a guy. That was a dude.
2009 Iowa football stats. Who was their quarterback? I think it was something like Ricky Stanzi.
Ricky Stanzi, maybe a Drew Tate. Remember him?
It was Ricky Stanzi.
Oh.
Ricky Stanzi was a starter. 17 touchdowns, 15 interceptions.
Hey,
for his career. Or in 2009, excuse me, that
gotta
1 year.
Spread it out. Got to share the wealth.
So
let the defense get the ball a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that team not changing much right there. But I see in the comments says, oh yeah, Troy thinking about putting some big money on Colorado to win the whole thing in 2024. Says he just needs 2 years. Dude, Auburn should have given that man $200 million a year. Whatever. You can have 100% of the money we make in tuition this year.
Mm-hmm.
They have totally screwed up. Deion Sanders sold out a basketball game yesterday.
Excuse me, he doesn't coach basketball. He's a football coach.
Exactly.
How did he do that?
Prime and the boys show up to the game. Colorado's already juiced because they've been 1-10 this year and they stink.
1-11.
Oh, sorry, my bad. They went 1-11 this year and they stink. And now they got a bona fide stud on campus to run the football team who's already, I'm surprised he had a team to go with him to the basketball game because he tried to get like most of them to leave.
Yeah.
It's lit up the campus, dude. If you don't think that Colorado is going to become something in college football, I think you're nuts. For what he's done for Jackson State and then to go to Colorado and now have that Power 5 conference behind him in a big school like that, dude. Auburn screwed up so bad. They settled for Hugh Freeze, and they could have had Deion Sanders, man. I don't get it.
Troy also points out, he says, I'm going to book a nonstop ticket to Vegas from Huntsville.
Yo. What did I say wrong about nonstop direct flight?
So
what did I do?
I thought the same thing you
it?
thought. I talked to Troy about that that night. He had an event.
What did I do?
So apparently a direct flight.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I don't think they do that anymore. Direct flight actually stops. You don't get off the plane, you don't change planes, but they stop and then they take off again. Nonstop means what we thought direct was, which they just go directly there, nonstop. So, apparently direct flights used to stop places. Did not know that.
We were directly there, nonstop.
Ethan says, "Did you see that Auburn got a new basketball commit? He's 7 foot, 310 pounds."
You're kidding me.
I did not see that. I saw a guy playing the other day who was that size. He was like 7 foot, over 300. Huge dude.
That guy's. Where do you put him? You put him at guard, right?
Put him on the offensive line.
Yeah, you put him
Yeah.
You put him at left guard. I'm thinking he can't move too good.
No, he's not a tackle.
You're going to run around a big 7 foot tree trunk like that. You put him at guard though.
Yeah, I mean,
What are you going to do?
there's no gaps between the center and the tackle at that point. It's a block. Like if you were to draw that on a sheet of paper, you have dots, 5 dots.
Mm-hmm.
You would have a dot here for the right tackle, a dot here for the right guard, and then from the center to the left guard, you just have a line.
Just a line, dude.
Just a draw line.
I'm ready to see this 300-pound 7-footer they got.
What's this?
You seen that like 350-pound dude that plays for St. John Fisher?
I think that's the guy I was thinking of a minute ago. Yeah,
he's hilarious. He's huge. He's morbidly obese.
I was trying to
just a very large fella.
I saw that guy the other day on SportsCenter. Just absurdly.
And drained a 3. Yeah, that's the clip I saw. He was wetting it up. I mean, he's a pretty good basketball player. But the clip that went viral for him last year was him he stepped on a guy's foot and then he fell like in the slowest way possible. And it took him a while to get back up. And his pants kind of went down a little bit. And you see his butt crack. And
I didn't know that was the same guy.
Dude, hold on. That's the best.
Oh, I remember when that happened. I didn't know that was the same guy.
Yeah, that's the same dude.
Ethan, what's this Auburn commit's name? Let me go find him. Let's see.
Yeah, I wonder what this guy looks like here. Oh, I found the video. I love it so much.
All right, you got that. I'm loading up this large human being.
Hey, and listen to this clip too. I think Josh Carey might have been calling the game. I'm
No
not
way.
kidding. You got to listen to it. I think he might have. I was listening to it today, and I was like, wait a minute, that one voice kind of sounds familiar. I got to ask him downstairs. Do you have Josh's number? Can we call him or something? I mean, I have his number, of course.
I was going to say, I have it, but I would imagine you have it too.
I'm going to call him real quick. Hold on.
2024 4-star Peyton Marshall is committed to Auburn and head coach Bruce Pearl. Marshall is a 7-footer and an absolute beast in the paint. Has a good touch around the rim and unstoppable when he's chose Auburn over LSU, Missouri, among others. That's a thick man.
Jeez.
He doesn't look 7 foot in the picture, though, because...
He doesn't. Is Bruce Pearl 6'8"?
Yeah, Bruce Pearl makes Bruce Pearl look like he's 6'8". Bruce Pearl kind of looks tall in that picture.
Hold on, I'm going to call Josh Carey real quick.
How tall is Bruce Pearl? Because he doesn't look
Bruce
short.
Pearl got to at least be 6'9".
Are you calling Josh?
Yeah. Come on, Josh, answer the phone. I got to know if you coach the big guy. You want to watch the clip? I got it. Look, here it is. There we go.
Well, it's a problem of being good, right? That's right. Getting non-conference.
Down he goes.
Yep.
Oh, look, he's like, golly.
And the big guy Williams hits the floor there. Over his ankle.
Oh, sets a lazy screen. Oh, did you see that lazy? Oh.
Dime package. Dime package.
I'll go back to the dunk and then let me hear the call.
Look, yeah, listen to this. Here we go. I think.
Because I heard him get excited and it kind of sounded like Josh. Let me hear that call.
Well, it's a problem of being good, right? That's right. Getting non-conference games, nobody wants to play it.
Wait till he dunks it.
And the big guy Williams hits the floor there. Hold his ankle. Yeah, he's grimacing, you can tell. But he'll make the nice pass for the dunk and
Hey, Josh.
foul.
I got a question. I know you call like other games and stuff. Did you ever call a St. John Fisher basketball game against Buffalo? I was watching a clip. They got the basketball player that's like 350 pounds, just a big old dude, and he tripped. And I was watching the clip today, and I was listening to the second guy, and I was like, it's kind of sounded like you. I was like, did Josh call that fall? No. All right, cool. Just wanted to debunk it. Thanks, man. All right.
Also,
It wasn't it.
I can't find Bruce Pearl's height either, which stinks. Bruce Pearl's got to be at least 6'4", 6'5". Because he comes up to that 7-footer's shoulder. I would not come up to his shoulder.
Hey, the guy's a big dude. He didn't get into basketball coaching when, he got tired of working his job at H&R Block,
I always thought Bruce Pearl...
He's getting down and dirty in the block. They used to call him H&R Block back in the day. 'Cause he's cashing checks down there, bro. Wow.
I used to think Bruce Pearl was a short guy. Like my height-ish. 5'10", 5'11".
Mm-hmm. He sweats like a big guy. He probably is.
He does, dude. I've never before Bruce Pearl seen someone sweat through a suit jacket before.
It takes a lot.
Well,
I don't think I have the hydration to even do it. If you put me in a sauna in a suit, I don't know if my body could produce.
If I sweat like that, I would have to coach like Hugh Freeze did in that hospital bed. You'd have to have an IV in me.
Oh, I'd be in bed rest for days.
Oh man. Anything else going on in sports right now? The Heisman Trophy ceremony is coming up Saturday or tomorrow. Who you think's going to win it?
Oh, I don't even care.
I don't know either.
I think Caleb Williams wins it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Stetson Bennett. They put him up there for the story. Max Duggan, they put him up there so they could talk about TCU, interview Sonny Dykes, that kind of stuff. CJ Stroud, you've been up there all year. Caleb Williams. He's kind of injured. He's bleeding in that last game. There's something there. You're going to have Lincoln Riley. You're going to talk about the USC thing. Going from Oklahoma to here to whatever. And
that whole bleeding thing was blown out of proportion. He was like cut on the top of his hand. It was
a flesh wound.
Yeah. I mean, and again, I like Caleb Williams. It's Lincoln Riley that I don't like, but that's ridiculous. Oh, yeah, and I meant to bring that up earlier when we were talking about Baker Mayfield. The best number 17 in the NFL, by the way. He's wearing 17 now. He was wearing 6, but now he's wearing 17. The best number 17 in the NFL. Can you name me a better 17? No, you can't.
Probably a handful.
No, you can't. Done. Who?
I'd say maybe half the 17s in the league.
Name one.
Let me get a list of guys who wear 17.
Name one.
Josh Allen.
Baker.
I mean.
Did Josh go to Cleveland? No, he didn't. All right.
Did what?
Did Josh get drafted and have to go resurrect the Cleveland Browns? No, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, good point. I can't find a list of guys currently wearing 17.
The only two that I could think of off the top of my head besides Baker was Josh Allen and Devontae Adams.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There's two right off the bat.
Yeah, there's just two dudes that were 17.
Ryan
Can you name one better than? Oh, yeah, Ryan Tannehill. I got someone sent me that one last night.
You like him?
On Twitter.
You like him more?
I would take Baker on that team right now.
Really?
Over way cheaper, too. Way cheaper.
Who are some 17s?
Those are literally the only three I can think of.
Rashad Perriman. Yay or nay? Rashad Perriman. Up now.
Yay or nay on him being number 17?
You think he's better? Rashad Perriman?
No, I don't think he's better. Do I think he wears 17? I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. Garrett Wilson. Okay. We'll leave it at that. He wears 17. We'll just say that. Argentina, Netherlands, right now. 92nd minute. They're playing 10 minutes of stoppage time, so there's about 8 more minutes. Argentina's up 1. Netherlands has a free kick from the edge of the box. Very dangerous. Might tie it up. Had a great game between Brazil and Croatia today. Brazil scores a goal in the 105th and extra time to take the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that was
Croatia says,
was
not
Brazil
so fast.
favored to win the whole thing?
Brazil was one of the favorites. Yeah, I think Argentina, who's playing right now, was the number 1 favorite as the kick goes against the wall. Blew an opportunity there for the Netherlands. Should have been America. But still a great game there with Croatia tying it up in the 117th minute just before PKs and then going out there and putting every single one in the back of the net.
And then the one that would have sent it down to the last kick for Brazil went off the post.
Yeah.
The goalie jumps the complete opposite direction. Like he fooled the goalie. Did they just headbutt each other?
They did. Boom.
Oh.
Baker Mayfield did that voluntarily at the end of a game, and he didn't go down for an injury. So I want these guys to get back up.
That should show you how much flopping there is in soccer. I just watched those two dudes headbutt each other, didn't flinch. But I see them go like this, and they fall down like they just broke their arm.
I got it. I mean, the flopping's not great, but I think the flopping's got significantly better.
This World Cup doesn't feel like it's been
It doesn't at all, right? I feel like there's more flopping in an NBA game than there is in the World Cup now.
Yeah, really doesn't feel like it's been much of a
Neymar used to do the stop, drop, and roll. Like every time he got fouled, he was set ablaze.
like he was on fire.
It was insane.
You ever seen the Key and Peele skit they do about the soccer player? Like he goes down to flop and he like actually dies. And then once they finally give the guy a red card, he comes back to life and scores a goal.
And then he actually dies.
Like he actually dies. He passes away.
I was watching the game with my fiance the other day, and this guy goes down. He's holding his knee and he's rolling around. She's like, "Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no." I said, "He's going to be all right." He's like, "You think he's just going to get up from that?" I said, "Yeah, I do. It happens like 5 times a game." Okay. And then he's rolling around. He's, the ball gets to a good offensive position. He can. No, I think I'll be all right. I'll be all right. She goes, "Oh my, are you serious?" I said, that's the game, baby. The more injured a guy looks, the faker it is.
It looked like a good opportunity to just poke through it.
Netherlands making a push right here.
Yeah.
95th minute now. Got 5 minutes left. Argentina trying to throw it in. Look at that move. He goes to throw the ball in. It's not your throw in. Instead of giving the ball to the guy, he just rolls it over there.
If you guys want to know how this turns out, don't watch any other sports channel. Just stay tuned until Monday, 2 o'clock. We'll let you know how it went down. Let you know who won.
If you could just go all weekend without checking your phone once, then you'll be fine.
That's going to do it for us today. I'm going to sit up here and watch the rest of this match and then go home.
You don't even want to watch along right here for the last 5 minutes?
We can if you'd like.
You got somewhere to be your dad, though.
Yeah, I got to go pick up my son, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, go do that.
There's this thing called school zones.
We'll call it. It's cool. You do your thing. I told you. I have a bag of sun chips. That's the most important thing in my life right now. You have a living human. So
that's true. Ooh, it's a good opportunity.
Oh, that ain't gonna do it. Hold on. Oh, all right. Let's clear deep. I think Netherlands gonna tie it up though.
You think so?
I do.
You got 5 minutes to do it. We'll see. They've had a couple good opportunities. This was a good cross here. The goal. Was that Messi that got a hold of it? No, it was number 19. 19. No. It looks like Oatmeal. Who is it?
His name is not Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Otamendi.
Oatmeal with the header to clear the box there.
Man's name is most definitely not Oatmeal. Look, Di Maria over there on the bench. What do you think about him? What a player, huh?
Diarrhea?
Okay.
And we got Oatmeal and Diarrhea for Argentina. Doing well. Oatmeal had the good header there to save it.
Di Maria's not even on the field, so.
Oh, but you said he was a good player.
He is a good player.
That's good, but I mean,
it's kind of at the end, tail end of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a guy like Ronaldo coming off the bench right now for Portugal.
Yeah, he had a goal the other day. It was like a 6-1 game, but got called back in like the 83rd minute. That's crazy that Ronaldo's coming off the bench. You think Messi would come off the bench?
No, Messi's a stud. Ronaldo's kind of fallen apart. Manchester United gets rid of him during the group stages. They kind of just drop it in there so no one talks about it either. He gets essentially booted from Man U. He gets booted from the starting lineup for Portugal. The Saudi Arabian Soccer League is reportedly offering him $200 million a year to play over there.
$200 million a year?
Saudi Arabia is taking sports.
Wow.
They've already taken golf. They're working on pro wrestling, which is the second most important sport in the world. And now they're getting Ronaldo. I mean,
when do we have our first NFL game?
That's big, dude. Oh, my God. That guy for the Netherlands just threw up a mean bird. Did you see that? I read his lips, but I'm not going to.
I was looking at you. I didn't see it.
That man speaks English.
Very well.
That man speaks English very well. He enunciates. Yo.
When do we have the first Saudi Arabian football game? Because, I mean.
Forget a game.
If
they start a league and start offering our dudes even just Major League Baseball money.
If Saudi Arabia start waving $200 million to come play a game over there, we'd take it. The NFL would take that in a heartbeat.
Think about if you're Lamar Jackson, you can't get the Baltimore Ravens to pay $20 million a year, and Saudi Arabia's going, okay, I'll give you $100 million a year. What do you think?
I mean, you'll be throwing to guys like Ben Skoranek, but
who cares? That's an $80 million raise.
True, a year.
Throw the ball to whoever you want me to throw the ball to.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw the ball up into the air as high as I possibly can, sit there, and let it land on my face. Square in the nose for an $80 million raise.
So it looks like the Neds had a foul here. So Argentina's got the ball with 2 minutes.
Internationally known as the Neds.
The Neds,
as
right?
most people know, yeah. The Neds.
NED at the top.
Getting into the 99th minute, buddy. It's a 2-minute drill. Who can run the 2-minute? Who's been practicing their 2-minute drill? Messi's looking around. He's going, guys, I have floundered in the World Cup my entire life. We can't lose this one. I don't want to be like Ronaldo. Yeah. He's taking all the heat. Everyone thinks I'm great. Did you see the pass I had earlier? It's going to be talked about for a while. Let's close this thing out.
It's going to come down to the end here, man. The Neds have had some good opportunities, but Oatmeal's been good in the box.
He has, definitely. Ooh, look at
this might come down to Oatmeal.
Section for Argentina there. Oh. Ooh. I think Argentina's president just got sent to prison, too. Did you know that?
I did not know.
I don't know if that's true. I read something, but it could have been fake.
All right, we're getting to the 100th minute now.
I don't follow Argentinian politics like I used to. You probably do, being a dad. You got to keep up with
I've learned words being a dad like Dow and stuff.
What does that mean?
It's hard to explain to someone who's not a dad.
What do you mean Dow? You talking like the Dow Jones? You talking stocks? You talking Okay. Oh, the Neds.
Who was that?
Ned's flipping one in there. I don't know. It's probably a name with a J in it. You should probably avoid it.
Name with a J.
It's definitely
looking for that number 19.
Definitely with a name with a J in the middle. Who's? Hey,
that may have been a foul.
Hey, whoa.
That was probably a foul. You shoved him
number
in the back.
6 came in here, just cleaned house, looking like a fullback. We got another free kick right here.
This could be it here.
This could be a buzzer beater to send it to extra time. If he misses, it's pretty much over.
Yeah. We're in the 100th minute here, so.
Oh, this is big.
This is going to be your last big action play, probably. If you're the Neds, this guy's over here praying to.
He's like trying to stay conscious. He's about to pass out.
He looks like he looks like he is about to mess his pants.
He's going, we didn't beat the Americans just so we could do this.
You said that other guy's name was Diarrhea. I think that guy has diarrhea.
He looks like his stomach is.
He does. That's how he was sitting down. He was like praying, but it looked like his
some
stomach.
Pepto would definitely be useful for that man.
All right, here we go.
Maybe for the Argentina. That crowd. Look at how heavy Argentinian it is. You can hear a pin drop if this goes in.
All right.
Ooh, goalie for Argentina looking. I don't know. His eyes are very open.
Lining it up.
Oh, he's chopping the feet. Chop your feet. Chop. Hit. And here it is.
What?
No way! Are you kidding me?
He puts it down on the ground through the wall.
What?
And the Neds get the game-tying goal in the 101st minute of this match. Are you out of your mind?
That was cheeky. That was cheeky. What? That was cheeky, buddy.
That is amazing.
You're kidding me. He lays it on the ground. I want to say under the jumping guy on the wall. Dude runs by, picks it, slots it into the corner of the. Look at me.
That was unreal.
Guy goes, Argentina is stunned. Wow.
We're about to go to extra time. That was your game right there. Argentina is in the semifinals if that is deflected out.
Dude for Argentina goes in there and tackles his own man and the other guy and gives that up.
That is a bold strategy.
Dude for Argentina just kicks the ball out of bounds.
This game's stupid.
Blow the whistle. Are they going to let him go? How are they not?
I don't understand.
The commentator goes, how much time is even left?
We're 2 minutes over the extra time already. All
right, they're going to blow it now. Yeah.
There we go. Go to extra time now. Wow. We are not going to hang around for that. We are going to get out of here.
What a game.
That was insane. So the World Cup is getting pretty intense.
You ever seen one like that before?
No, dude. I was expecting a shot at the goal from the guy making the free kick, but he slides it through the ball. I don't know how that ball made it through the wall, but it made it through the wall.
I need to see this replay because I think he was anticipating the wall to jump, and I think he kicked it right
under
under his
way.
feet. Yeah, that's a move you see sometimes.
That's insane.
But to pull it at the buzzer in the World Cup, that takes some steel. You know what it takes.
So you had one of the favorites, Brazil, get eliminated already. And then now Argentina's on the brink of going down in the quarterfinals as well. We'll be back on Monday. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about everything that happens over the weekend. We'll have your Heisman Trophy winner, and we'll have more stuff around here at the ballpark as well. I'm Tony Mack. That's Tricky Ricky. This has been the Bullpen. We'll see you Monday at 3 or 2.
See you, everybody.